In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Oh.
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
Nein.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. And I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
Scheiße.
But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why
Dankeschön.
not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Was? Alter! Mir fehlen echt die Worte, ey. Aber ihr seht's ja selbst. Alter. Das ist unglaublich. Was für eine Spielerfahrung.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Also ich muss schon sagen, das war eben ganz schön krass in diesem Raum, wo auf einmal die Bombe losging und so. Oh.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, deeply, madly love.
Natürlich, ich liebe diesen Raum.
Yes, really worth it being here in the room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nee, diesmal nicht. Keine Lust.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Da ist noch eine Tür. Da will ich hin.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you... What?
Ja!
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Du hast mich eben
I don't know
umgebracht.
how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Das gibt's doch gar nicht, ey. Wie viele verschiedene Möglichkeiten hier sind. Oh, unglaublich, ey. Also so eine intensive Spielerfahrung, das hat man auch nicht jeden Tag.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Das gibt's doch gar nicht. Nein, ich gehe wieder durch die blaue.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
I see what you did there. Haha.
I
Verarscht.
still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Es gibt aber noch eine blaue Tür. Ja, er will ja eindeutig, dass ich durch die rote gehe, aber nö.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Oh, dieses Spiel. Ja, gut, wir sind durch die blaue Tür gegangen.
You see?
Oh.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Ja.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This
Geil.
already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Wie geil ist das denn?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Geht es jetzt wie nach Schulnoten oder geht es nach Punkten? Na gut, ich gebe ihm einfach mal 5 Punkte.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Was ich mich jetzt gerade angefangen habe zu fragen, hat das Spiel überhaupt ein richtiges Ende? Also, beziehungsweise es gibt bestimmt tausende Enden, aber endet es dann auch irgendwann? Oder ist es ein sich so oft wiederholender Kreis, dass man... Ja, ich bin super am Sprechen, oder? Nein, oder ist es ein quasi sich immer wiederholender Kreis und theoretisch, wenn ich jetzt wieder da und da und da und dann würde wieder das gleich... Ach, keine Ahnung. Auf jeden Fall, ja, weiß ich nicht. Nur weil ich mich frage, ob ich irgendwann tatsächlich aufhören kann, das zu spielen oder ob das endlos weitergeht. Na gut.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Ja, hat es. Ja.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay. So, jetzt bin ich echt gespannt, was jetzt kommt. Wieder eine neue Tür oder kommt jetzt was ganz anderes? Oder?
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Ich muss also das Baby davon aufhalten, das Feuer zu erreichen. Die Sache ist, ich glaube, ich kann das jetzt wirklich theoretisch 4 Stunden lang spielen. Ja. Nein, Baby, nicht sterben! Ich bin ein verantwortungsvoller Vater, wirklich! Ich will nicht, dass du stirbst! Ich hab dich so sehr lieb, mein kleines Kind! Hör auf zu schreien, das muss ich auch gleich weinen! Gut, also ich könnte es einfach ins Feuer krabbeln lassen, dann würde es wohl weitergehen. Die Sache ist nur, dass mein Ehrgeiz da irgendwie sagt, das will er nicht. Ach, stirb doch, du Scheißkind! Brenn in der Hölle!
You heartless bastard.
Tut mir leid.